Hello. Okay, so we are live. Another day in my 365-day life. And so today I actually want to talk about is Lionsgate's Portal. So Lionsgate has been like what's it called? Like the portal opened about a week and a half ago-ish. And the energy since then have been like extremely intense, especially for those people who are fixed signs, like anybody who's a fixed sign, such as like Leo, Scorpio. I know Taurus is fixed. Maybe Virgo, something like that. I'm not sure. We'll feel it way more than the other signs, but it has been definitely for the past week and a half to 2 weeks. Since like the new moon, it has been pretty intense, like especially with Uranus and the North Node and Mars having a party together. Like there's been a lot of like sudden upheavals, and I have noticed it around the people around me, and also like things have popped up in my life as well. So it's been very interesting time where lots and lots has happened. Now, Lionsgate, which everybody's talking about it, like the portal is like the most potent day is tomorrow, August 8th, because 8/8. But also today was when the sun went at 15 degrees in Leo, which is a halfway. So technically, astrologically speaking, Lionsgate is like the most potent part of the portal is actually today. Doesn't mean that you cannot manifest tomorrow. You can still manifest. It's all good. But you'll notice that the energies today have been very intense, and I have definitely felt it like through my body, basically from last night to today. And so what I want to talk about is, because everybody's talking about manifesting during the Lionsgate portal, because it's such a good time to like quantum leap and set out manifestations and intentions and what you desire for the next whatever X amount of months, years, whatnot. And so I want to talk a little bit about letting go first before we tap into the manifestations, because you need to let go of certain things in the past in order to bring in the new things that you desire to bring into your life, to manifest. And so I just want you to like take a moment to reflect. And the letting go list doesn't have to be pages and pages long. It could just be you're letting go of one thing. It could be you're letting go of 5 things. It could be whatever. But just reflect a little bit of what has shown up for you in the past week and a half. Like what has happened, what upheavals, what sudden shifts, what lessons, what has popped up in your life, and what have you learned through these pop-ups? What have you learned about yourself? And through what has popped up, what are you letting go of? What version of you are you letting go of, so that you can step into that new version of yourself to bring in those manifestations you desire to call in? And if it has been a quiet week and a half for you, that's all good. Then maybe reflect on the year so far, 2022. What has happened in 2022? How have you grown? Who were you in January 2022, and who are you now? And is there some part of you that's holding on to something, even though you know that it'll be good to let it go? And what is that you are holding on to, and why are you holding on to it? Why is your inner child like not wanting to let that go? And what have you learned? What lessons have popped up? And who do you desire to be? Who do you desire to step into? Who do you desire to evolve into? And so letting go of that past version of yourself, letting go of certain, it could be invitations if you're a projector, it could be certain relationships, it could be partnerships, it can be you are letting go of food, like certain parts of food, for example, or it could be anything and everything. But definitely looking back at the lessons and looking back at the upheavals and the sudden shifts in your life of what has happened up to now. And if you are holding on to a certain part of that. And so then we go on to that manifestation, right? The bringing in the desires. So who do you desire to be to bring in those manifestations? What do you desire out of your life? What do you desire to bring in through this Lionsgate portal? And not only what do you desire for you, but what do you desire also for all those around you? Because we are part of a collective, and we are here, to move to a better way of life and world together. And so what do you hope for humanity? What do you hope for the collective? What do you desire to, what other manifestations do you desire to bring in? And so tapping into that with the Lionsgate portal, if you are someone who does guide people or help people, how do you desire to do that? And what is that level up, for example? I know with my business, it's yes, my mission statement and my contacts is always going to be the same. But now it's there's a level up to it because I have grown, I have evolved, and so have you. So what is that level up in your life? So those are some questions to think about, and have fun with it. Have fun with the manifestation part. Have fun with what you desire to bring in, and something that is calling from your heart. What does your heart desire? And even if it is a shitload of money, even if it is your dream car, it doesn't matter if it's materialistic or not, because it is what you desire, and we are all uniquely on our own path. And so I like to play with my manifestations during this Lionsgate, a little bit of a mix of certain materialistic things, such as more money than I know what to do with. And I also put out the 2-bedroom I desire, but then also my business and how do I desire to level you up and guide the humans that I have here on Instagram, but also the people that I just meet, and how I hope that I guide them to their next version of themselves, or for them to have also that unlimited wealth and more money than they know what to do with. Because if I desire that, then I want that for you too, because I think that's just more awesome. And imagine if we we were just so wealthy and abundant that things like gas price hikes, well then who gives a shit, right? That, to me, that's the kind of mentality. It's okay, so if the price is going to go up, fine, let it go up. Whatever. They can do what they want to do with those prices, but I know that I am so wealthy that it's not going to affect my way of living. And that is kind of the mindset I desire to be behind. And if that mindset is something you desire to be behind to, I can guide you with that. That would be just to me, that's just next level up. What else did I put out? Did I put out those things? What kind of life do I desire to have? What do I want to bring into my life more? And so this is where I put more excitement, more adventure, more travel, more I can't believe this is actually my life vibe. That is something that I desire to bring in. And so, and then the letting go piece that I put out is very much I went through a lot of stuff this year and my spiritual journey since it started back in 2019 officially. But I've put a lot of things that it was I was done. I was done to complete those cycles. I was done certain shadow work, certain inner child healing that I did, and I went and I did the work. And now that is complete, the housing situation, the cycles and the karmic cycles that I was in that housing situation, like to me that is now complete. Like I have broken that cycle, I have completed it, I've learned that lesson. So a lot of those kind of things I put into what I'm letting go of. And then also a lot of invitation closures that I have realized that have come up, that there's a lot of invitations that have closed in the recent weeks. And so putting those in as well and closing those cycles. And so that is what I put in that letting go to kind of give you an idea. Yeah. So it is, the energies have been insanely powerful. Like I know I've felt it for sure. Like the past, like, oh my God, week and a half, 2 weeks have been like quite of like, you know, some days I'm feeling good and then other days I'm like getting triggered every 5 seconds, and then I'm kind of like riding the wave of emotions. So it has been intense. You aren't the only one if you have been feeling like all these crazy energies. And so yeah, if you want to let me know what is one thing you're letting go of and what is one thing you desire to manifest, and put it in the comments. And yeah, if you like this video, please like, share, comment. I appreciate it all. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful evening.